Hello there, it's me, Sari. Today I'm here with a scrap haul from Scrapbruket. I just went there the other weekend and I wanted to share a couple of things that I bought and things that I actually came up with that I could use to either improve my storage for dies or just having some fun times with different kinds of envelopes and cards, let's say. Here, let's see. Here's first a package from Anita's. It's an A6 size expandable envelope, 12 pack. And you know, nowadays when we mostly do decorate our cards really with those bulky flowers and everything, I thought it could be nice to actually have an expandable envelope like this. It doesn't give you much, I can see now, but it does give you at least half a centimeter or something. So in this case you can actually fit in a little bit more layers of paper, stickers and such. So this could be something to look out for. You see there's the thickness of that. So Anita's is that brand for that. And then I also came up with the idea of actually just having some fun with cards and envelopes. And you know, I have been buying cardstock, I have been cutting it to size, I have been scoring it, unfolding it and everything. And I just thought, why on earth do I do that? I mean, why don't I just buy myself a package with cards and envelopes to go with them? So here it is. Here's a package, and these cards will be half in size. They will be 4 by 4 inches, and that is 10.2 times 10.2 centimeters. They are of 300 gram paper weight, so I'm expecting them to be rather thick and classy. So here it is. It feels really sturdy in my hand, and since it is pre-scored, all I have to do is just fold it down and stamp on it, decorate it with paper or whatever. And when I have done so, I could just put it in the envelope. That matches the size. Of course, it's a little bit bigger than the card itself. And you just put it in there, lick it, and just send it away. I mean, couldn't it be easier? Bloody hell. Why didn't I come up with this before? I'm just saying. Here's another one with sort of a hammered texture on top from Anita's, 4 by 4 as well, white cards and envelopes. And here are some funky cards. These are, I'm not sure if these could be called 65 E60, I'm not sure, but they still are like this. I think this one could be perhaps 8 by 8 inches. And since it is pre-scored, all you have to do is fold it and do your stamping. And these cards actually would be really nice to do some wedding invitation things on and so forth. And I think I'll be making some kind of tutorial on how I look at the envelopes and such. And here's another package, A6, and they are white. Let's see if I can just open that one up. So you see the card is here, and all you do is just take it out. It's got a beautiful red rose ribbon there. And since it is pre-scored, I'm actually choosing to, the side that is scored at, I'm actually using that to score it in. So when I'm opening the card, I've got the crease on the inside. It's better to have a nice looking back surface, I think, and the envelopes are there, of course, to go with that. And there's another package with square cards and envelopes. These are 13.5 times 13.5 centimeters. I'm not sure what that makes in inches. It doesn't say. And these are these are 240 grams. So now I'm actually stacked up when it comes to envelopes and such. And Scrapbruket has just gotten the texture pastes and crackle paints and whatever from Prima Marketing and Finnabar. You can see her brand there with the butterfly and everything. And this is a texture paste with a sort of white crackle effect. I haven't used it yet. I still have to try that one out. And you see it's rather creamy and thick. So I'm hoping I'll be having some fun times with that one. Then I couldn't help myself when I saw these wooden bobbins. I mean, these are of course thread spools, but I can see myself using these as feet for a box or something. I could also see myself putting on some thread just to make it look a little bit more funky and still use them as feet under my boxes and such. Or I could make some kind of a haberdashery themed thing, but I'm mostly into these for the feet kind of function. And you know, I'm sort of late in the game, I know. I mean, gorgeous stamps have been around for quite some time now. I have been looking at them. I have been admiring people who can colour these girls in really beautifully. But now, since I am sort of in an angelic mood, perhaps I'll make a video about that later. I have started a group on Facebook called Denny's Angel Project, which is basically is serving as a way to actually help the really, you know, I don't think I can go into that. I think that's just a pause here. I can't. I just have to make a proper video about that, so I'm sorry for that. And so here are the gorgeous girls, and they're from Crafts actually. I didn't know that. Did you? So on the back side you can see what kinds of stamps the package contains. So there's the girl with the beautiful socks on her feet, and there is some kind of a book and pad. There's a background stamp there, and there's a label stamp there. Whilst on this one, I did like her sitting down like that. There's a bit of grass that I could perhaps put in the back, and there's some kind of a heart border there as well. So here we are with the gorgeous girls. I do like them actually. Let's see if I can make them justice. And I put my hands on some junkyard findings from Prima Marketing. Ingvild Bolme is the designer for these, and I do like cogwheels, clock gears they call them. You can see the name there. I think this is the first package that actually has a name for them instead of just numbers. And then Scrapbruket has finally gotten in some VersaFine ink pads, and this is a new color for me, Deep Lagoon. I haven't tried it yet, it's still in the package, but I do like the outcome on the lid itself. And now let's go down to the basics. You know, I have been working on some different die storage systems. I have been putting them on a piece of paper and some magnetic tape sheets, and then in the Avery L pockets. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Like this, for example. I have put on some magnetic tape, and then the dies themselves, and then I have just put them in this pocket from Avery L, which is a little bit smaller than what I'm going to show you right now. So in this case, I do like this. This is a really nice way to store your dies, and then you can just put them in a box, and in this case I've just put them in a drawer. You can see how I store my dies and almost everything in my scrap room in a Swedish version of my scrap room video. I just posted it the other day, so you can have a look-see at that. But Anneli at Scrapbruket actually told me that she has gotten these. These are called magnetic shims, and you could use them either to shim, use them as a shim in your die cutting machine. If you have a die that is not cutting properly, you could just put that one in there to give it some extra pressure, or you could use them for storage systems. And in this case, as you can see, I have just used a piece of a carton, some kind of a food box, it could be whatever. I would recommend you to use it a little bit sturdier. I mean, this could be rather nice actually. I'm not sure how thick or how heavy this one is. Rather from a paper that is a little bit more flimsy. So I'm thinking that if I'm going to use these, perhaps even without the pockets, I really would like to have these magnetic shims on a piece of carton like this. Not too thick, mind you, because the thicker, the more space it's going to take now, isn't that right? So you have to think about just finding your proper carton things and just use it like this. And what I like about the length of this is that you can actually fit in these really long dies. In this case, this is a die set from Spellbinders, which is called Classic Edges 1. And you know, I have been waiting for the longest of times to find some kind of a die that can give me a big scalloped edge, as well as the postmark stamp and sort of a zigzag there as well. So I do like this very, very much. So now I can actually store the really long dies in the same thing, in the same go really. And all you have to do, I've cut this one to size, and you could trim these, of course, if you wanted to also. And these come with a adhesive backing. So what you do is take it away. I'm just taking away halfway because then I can actually have my hand on the back side there without getting my hand sticky and actually losing the stickiness of this thing. And well, you see, I could turn it around and sort of cover the backing of that and just have a really nice looking back. And all you have to do is just glue it down like so and take away the excess of the backing sheet there. Just press it down and you could trim this off, since I haven't been able to cut it to size properly. And now I can just store these like this, and it seems like they're going to stick there. I mean, it's a really thin shim, but it still does its job perfectly, I think. So I'm really excited about these. They come from X-Cut magnetic shims. You find them at Scrapbruket, and these are called XCU 268013 if you are going to look for them like that. So I hope this has set you in on a new set of mindset somehow, and I'll be continuing working with these and hope to see you soon again. Bye bye.